Okay, now, mind you, this is my first year, and in areas of this garden, the ground is terrible. I've been making chicken manure tea from my chickens, and I've been doing comfrey tea, getting some leaves from my comfrey plants. But this is the difference from my earlier video I posted on my wild garden. Okay, I have a new sign. Look at my bee balm. Isn't it's blooming? It's so pretty. I've got new plants in here that are really growing. These do okay. I've already got, over on the patio, I have a humongous green bell pepper. I mean, it's way big. I've got more stuff here, a couple little tomatoes. This needs to be refurbished. When we first, I guess it wasn't last year, it was 2 years ago, I think now. Time flies. The manure and stuff that we had put in here, the tomato plant leaves were as big as my hands, but now it's used up, and we weren't able to get the manure from the farm we usually get, and it's kind of poor. Along this fence, I wasn't able to amend the soil much. Since my last video, I've got some wood chips from a wood chip company. This didn't grow a whole lot. I mean, my zinnias are blooming, and I've gotten some little cucumbers, but not much. But look, I told you I'd planted the asparagus. It is now finally coming up. Everything is way, way, way behind. Planted a tomato in there before because I didn't think that the asparagus was even going to come up. I do have a problem over here with my blueberries, though. They're dying on me. I don't think they're supposed to be dying back like that, especially the middle one. So I've got them surrounded by wood chips. I know they like a little more acid soil, and I would think that would bring the acidity up because there is some pine stuff in these chips as well. But this is an update on what is going on. I've got ginger coming up there. Look at that driftwood from Orville Lake. The water was up so high, there was all kinds of driftwood. I think I'm going to paint a picture on it, like maybe of a mountain with a waterfall or something is what it kind of looks like my palette for the picture might be. I've got cucumbers growing up here. I have got a few there. I had to get another stevia. I love that dark basil. Listen, guys, I think it's called a red basil something or rather, is so tasty and beautiful at the same time. It's really awesome. I'm so excited. My favorite flower, I've got a lilac growing. That's self-heal. I didn't have any more room in my herb wheel over there, so I've got it growing over here. It's wonderful. And spearmint down there. I've got more spearmint here. I do have some little cherry tomatoes. Not doing great. This ground has not been amended, but I just threw stuff in, and I'll start amending as I can. This is more of stuff in my boxes that I've got going. Another tomato plant. I've got stuff here, society garlic. It's very mild garlic, doesn't give you bad breath, which I'm not that worried about anyway. But somebody don't like my breath, they need to eat some garlic too, huh? I got this little mailbox and painted so I can keep my hand tools in it, my garden tools. So, yeah, I was real happy with that. But yeah, I just painted it. And it's great. It keeps all my stuff. Here, we'll go take a peek. Would you love to look into things? See, I've got scissors and twine and clippers and gloves. And if it were to rain, which it won't here in the summer, but it did in the spring, I've got a chasteberry tree growing over there. A Jerusalem sage, which you don't eat in that pot, but when it bloomed, it was so pretty. I've got more shrubs along the side. I've got witch hazel and cramp bark and hawthorn and some others. I've got over there, let's see, I've got all kinds of stuff. That's my garden. Look at these. This thing was loaded with purple bell peppers. I've been eating them, so there's not as many. I've got ashwagandha growing here. Still have a lot of my herbs because I'm really into my herbs. Look how the corn has grown. But the ground is very, very poor here. I had just started to dig holes and plant some of my garden stuff. I call it planting. I would just put like refuge stuff, kitchen leftovers, that kind of stuff in a hole and cover it up. But I just started to do that. Didn't have much. I've been doing, again, the chicken manure tea and comfrey tea, but it's still, I don't know. The corn is growing, but over here's the okra came up a little bit. Year before last, when I had okra, when we had it in the manure on the other end, it was bigger than me. I got black-eyed peas in there. I just planted some Kentucky Wonders, and I just planted some more cucumber plants. I think you can see that little bitty one just starting to come up. My little zinnias are blooming. But I have had the most beautiful, wonderful squash because we had had some manure piled here for a while, and I scraped it off. We let it set for a year, and then I scraped it off and used it last year. But of course there's always stuff that's soaked into the ground. This is, my fennel is growing too, but oh, these cucumbers are wonderful. They're like a yellow zucchini, but they're much milder than the green zucchinis, and they are so good. And then I have these winter squash. Look at this. I got a bunch of little ones, but this is the first big squash that came on. Look, can you see? It's hard to tell, but it's really big. I got a fig planted. I mean, I've got a lot more planted since the last video, and give me a couple years in this, if I'm still here and able to do things and we don't get flooded from something, the Oroville Dam breaking or something. I think we'll be good, or if we don't move. But I have a lot of things in pots because I keep thinking we might move, but then I don't think we're going to. So also, I took some little suckers off my little tomato plants, and I just got them planted in here, so I'm still planting along the way. I've got sweet potatoes planted down there, and the blackberry vines keep coming through. That's a constant battle, let me tell you. But oh, I love all this stuff. And in between all this, I'm making tinctures and teas and stuff with my herbs. So I am really, really busy with all this stuff. It's wonderful to come out here and just relax, forget about the troubles of the world or everything else, and work in my garden. There's nothing like it, just absolutely nothing like it. It's wonderful. I wish I could put the phone up here and just let you smell how wonderful bee balm smells. I cut these blooms. It's early in the morning right now. I cut these blooms and I put them in a vase in the bathroom, and it makes the whole bathroom smell good. Yay! But anyway, I hope you all have a blessed and beautiful day. Bye.